want your compatible, created in the attic. We all don't need to panic. I got want your compatible, created in the attic. Ain't nobody don't ask me. I'm just so fresh and so clean.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Sacramento, where the Kings will be going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. And for New Orleans, the talk has been that they don't want to play with caution tonight. They want to let it all hang out. They seem to be a pretty revved up group coming into this game. We'll see if that translates into success on the court. Look at the numbers DeMarcus Cousins has put up the last few seasons. Just astounding. The scoring, the rebounding. How about the defense?
Well, I think he's still one of the best true big men who plays inside the paint and as a three-pointer, but does most of his damage inside like big guys are supposed to do.
Well, you know what? You can't deal with his size and strength. That's the one thing. There's very few guys can do that. Emotionally, if he stays on course, he could be one of the greats that ever played this game. You don't believe that?
What happened?
Okay.
Time for tip-off. We send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
I never want to waste your time. My mind, so precious. Is yours, is mine. Hey, look at the time. My God, so precious. Is yours, is mine.
The Pelicans are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. Kings looking to make the most out of their home court advantage here in Sacramento. Welcome, everybody. Glad you decided to spend your Thursday night with us here at 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, Sacramento Kings coach Dave Yeager started out coaching in the minor leagues, and every year he'd attend NBA training camps, but especially ones with teams that had big roster turnover. He said a coach who's had his team together calls out a drill, and everybody does it. But to watch those guys teach and put it all together, that was where you really learned. Kevin?
Thanks, David, and it's clear that Coach Yeager is a details guy, an impressive young coach. And tonight, Chris, a couple talented young teams facing off.
Yeah, and with games like this, you know, you have to temper your expectations and just say, wait a minute, I'm enjoying this game for this moment because in 2, 3, or 4 of these years, some of these kids are going to be flat-out superstars.
Can you spot them? Some kids come in with a lot of headlines. Other kids come in and a little bit under the radar. But with your trained eye, how confident are you feeling when you look at a kid knowing what his trajectory is going to be?
I'm very confident if I watch them in interaction and in physical play, whether 3-on-3, 5-on-5. You get to see how they handle situations, how they score. You can tell an opponent to foul them. You can see their reaction. So I definitely believe you can tell a kid's trajectory when you're watching them play, as opposed to just a workout or watching them do some drills and things like that. When you watch them in the physical play and getting it going on, you can kind of tell what the kid's going to be.
Now the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Holiday and Moore, the guards. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Darius Miller. And it's Cunningham in at the 3 spot. Here's Hill. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Holiday against Hill. Now here is Holiday. Defense right on him. Cunningham dishes it to Miller. Holiday with the 3. No good on that one. And it's the Kings with the ball. It's a 3-point game. First quarter, just over a minute played. Healed the pass to Randolph. 6 on the shot clock. On target from 13 feet.
More than comfortable operating from mid-range. Easy money for Randolph.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Moore outside. On the wing, Miller. Off the left rim and out.
I don't care who it is. You can't leave him wide open from that range.
To the wing right side. Outside, Randolph. Now here's Heald. He's guarded closely. And they're pushing it up. The feed to Moore. He kicks it to Holiday. Miller outside. Just 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. From deep, Moore. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Moore's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Well, I wouldn't say that's his shot, but it's a shot he can make, and that really opens things up for the offense.
Heald with the bucket.
And Heald is ready to shoot as soon as he gets the pass. The D can't afford to play off of him.
Moore with it. High, arcing shot. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Outside Hill. Pass to Cauley Stein. Cauley Stein a screen. Heald kicks to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Wow, at 7 feet tall, Cauley Stein is a major threat to throw it down. If he gets the ball close to the rim, the D is pretty much toast.
Now here is Holiday. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Cousins with a screen on Randolph. Down low. Deflects the pass. And here's Moore outside. Sacramento grabs the miss. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, a floater and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Now that makes them 80% from the floor early on. Let's see how long they can stay this hot.
And Buddy Hield, just one of those players who can hurt you on offense in so many ways, has the shot, but also is comfortable finishing in traffic and at the rim.
Look, when he's going, he can put up big numbers. Hield's ability to find points through different means is why he's a high upside scorer. Great all-around offensive game.
And you look at this Kings roster, and Greg, you can see the youth movement is in full effect.
Yeah, and Buddy Hield headlines the group as he comes over in that Cousins trade. Skal Labissiere and Willie Cauley-Stein, also a big part of this team's future. And then getting Fox as a rookie to kind of run the ship, another great building block.
Cousins with a screen for Holiday. And here's Moore outside. Here's Cousins, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down. Yeah, and last season, DeMarcus Cousins moving on in that blockbuster trade. Really impossible to get equal value for a star like Cousins, but he was pleased, I think, to put all the rumors of being traded to bed.
One shot, gentlemen.
And Cousins is one of the best big men in the league who continues to get better over time.
The Kings leading. Hill kicks to Cauley-Stein. He feeds it to Hield. Back to Cauley-Stein. Sacramento moving it around. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hield. Not going to go that time. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. And with Cousins, he found out that he was being traded to the Pelicans while at the All-Star game in New Orleans.
And it's never easy fitting in with another star like the Brow. But Cousins is just so skilled that you knew they would find a balance. And at the end of the day, Cousins seems to be happy with a team who is committed to him.
Hill, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Unafraid to mix it up inside. Hill with the strong move draws the foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Free throw drops for Hill. And the Pacers trading away the coveted George Hill. Going into last season, they wanted more of a passer at the point guard position.
And that's the one thing about Hill. He's more of a combo guard than a true point. He keeps his turnovers low. But as far as creating a ton of shots for his teammates, that's not really his game.
Both free throws good from Hill. And the Pelicans at last season's trade deadline making the big deal for DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, you look at Anthony Davis being paired with Cousins, and certainly on paper you could make the argument that they've got the best 1-2 punch on the front line in the league. Two Kentucky guys, great size and offensive skill in terms of their versatility. If they can surround them with shooters and some perimeter defense, I think this group could be scary.
For New Orleans, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Shooting two.
The first free throw is good.
Well, yeah, some of my best memories were playing for the Kings during the early 2000s. The way we played together, the passing, our ball movement, our system, it was amazing.
And so he makes both from the line. And Chris, I know many Kings fans are longing for a return to glory. Those teams that you were on, easily the best for Sacramento.
Yeah, it took a lot to turn the organization around. We had to do it from the locker room and kind of change the culture there. And so it was great to have a guy like Vlade be there with me from the beginning. And he, Jay, Will, Peja. And so it was fun starting something, and it's going to be great watching.
Now here's Hield. He's got 6. Randolph sets a screen for Hill. Pass to Randolph over Miller. That doesn't go either for Randolph.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over him.
And stolen by Cauley Stein. Jackson has the open look with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Jackson's got his first bucket in this one.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Punch, counter punch. Neither club's been able to sustain an advantage.
Cunningham inside, guarded by Jackson. Cunningham's shot is off.
Just the presence of the D in the lane is enough to make him short-arm that layup.
Hill dishes to Hield. It's back to Hill. The 3, and another 3 for Sacramento.
Nice screen that time, and George Hill free to knock it down.
Pelicans trail by 4. Holiday, the pass to Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Picked by Randolph. Hill kicks to Randolph. On the wing, Hield. He's got 6. 6 on the shot clock. It's Cunningham with the rebound. He dishes it to Holiday. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And And when you look at the Pelicans, you got to expect for them to be one of the top defensive teams in the league. You've got the Twin Towers down low, and Drew Holiday is in the top handful, I think, of defensive point guards in the league.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Andrew Holiday at 6'4", great size for the point guard position.
And his height enables him to cover shooting guards. At the same time, he does a great job of keeping smaller players in front of him.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. Tony Allen's checked in for the Pelicans. Nelson comes in for E'Twaun Moore. Both free throws good from Holiday. And Chris, when you played, you were known as a guy at your size who could rip and run, take it coast to coast. You look around the league now, who are some of the best big men ball handlers?
Oh, you love it. If you get that board, you got to be able to take it, speed up the offense. We've seen Draymond just have a field day doing it with all the players on his team that can knock it down and score. Blake Griffin, Anthony Davis. We've even seen Paul Millsap and Julius Randle do it a little bit. So I love the fact that if you can get that board and push it, it makes it easier because you don't have to look for the outlet. You can actually find that point guard, that two guard in transition, and let them score, and you be the facilitator.
New Orleans shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, and the Pelicans, after making the playoffs in 2015, had some high expectations with superstar Anthony Davis, but last year was a bit of a disappointment, and it forced them to kind of pull the trigger and go out and land DeMarcus Cousins. So their fortunes now, I think, are going to be held by those 2 anchors on the front line.
No good on the second free throw. Greg, what would you say is the key for the Pelicans to get back in the playoff mix?
There's several. I think rebounding was a big problem. The trade for Cousins should help in that area, and every team needs more shooting. But I think in particular, this group does. And then first and foremost, look, you got to stay healthy. Hard to figure out what you have when you never get a chance to see it.
Here's Fox. Here's Labissiere. And he uses the glass on the layup. And now it's a 3-point Sacramento lead.
Oh, and just look at Labissiere, just staying after it and creating additional opportunities for his team.
Clark kicks to Cunningham. Here's Clark.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Chris, you have to like Ian Clark as a source of instant offense. He's found his spot in this league as a deadly scoring option coming off the bench. A very efficient scorer.
He's very efficient from the floor and from deep. He's a little undersized at his position, but you cannot leave him alone on the perimeter, even for a second.
And that one falls for Clark. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. For Sacramento, they've gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Carter against Allen. Now here's Labissiere. Back to Temple. Labissiere, the screen, puts up a 3, and another 3 for Sacramento.
And no fight left in the defense there after a teeth-rattling pick.
There's a good screen. Here is Cunningham, defended by Labissiere. Knocked away. Fox with the steal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tony Allen. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Here's Temple. And it's denied. And here's Nelson. Out left to the wing. Clark for three. That shot missing. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Here's Temple. Feeds it to Labissiere. Back to Temple. 6 to shoot. Labissiere, the screen. Here's Temple. Good D by Nelson. 1:52 left here in the first quarter. And Costa Koufos picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. In the bonus, will go to the free throw line.
You know, the one thing I love about Sacramento is that the fans are some of the best in the league. They know the game. This is a basketball town. The Kings are the only team of the 4 major sports in town. The fans have pure passion when it comes to supporting them. There's a great fan that we call Sign Lady. She makes a sign for every game. She's been there for many years, and there's so many great fans like her. What's up, Sign Lady?
Both free throws good for Nelson. And as you said, Chris, with the Kings being the only pro team in the city, makes Sacramento absolutely rabid about their team.
And since that crazy talk of relocation has died down, Kings fans can rest easy. Sacramento fans know that their team will be here for the long term.
Great open look there. Carter's got his first 2 points of the night.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
1:19 left here in the opening quarter. Fox against Nelson. Clark for three. Hits it from three-point range.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from three.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Here's Temple, guarded by Nelson. Back to Temple. Over Nelson. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Temple's got his second bucket tonight.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Here is Cunningham, defended by Labissiere. Over in the corner, Allen. They set the pick. Jumper off the screen. That's good on the jump shot.
Solid pick to create that opening. The soft touch on the jumper.
Now Fox. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Kings ahead, up 4. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching from the Kings, guys.
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
Sacramento leading by 4. So for New Orleans right now, we've got Ian Clark, Diallo out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Allen. And it's Nelson in at the 1. Well, for New Orleans, shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. The pass to Cousins. Koufos with the block. Here's Temple, defended by Allen, and the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And Chris, you were the #1 overall draft pick back in 1993. We've seen a lot of greats taken with that pick, but it also seems that those #1 picks who aren't as successful face a lot of pressure, a lot of criticism. There's a lot on your plate to handle. Can you talk about that for us?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure for some players being the #1 pick. But I've always laughed and I've thought about, players that maybe people say maybe they were a bust, maybe this player wasn't good. Well, I think you should go back and look at the GM that picked them. I mean, the GM is the guy that assesses talent, So
right.
when there were a few players that were picked #1, and many players said, "What are you doing? We've played against him. We would never pick him #1." So before that, I think the NBA is about opportunity and situation. Look at a guy like Chauncey Billups. He went to Boston. He didn't do well at Boston. They called him a malcontent, said he couldn't play, and then he ended up being one of the best leaders that the game had. And so this game is all about situation and opportunity. Can you find the right fit? That's why if you're a player, you can't let frustration get to you. You have to continue to work hard, continue to prove your game, because when you play, you're auditioning for the other teams in the league as well. They're saying, wait a minute, we see his unique talent, skills, and we see his unique skill set, and we could use him. And so many times you just have to wait for the right position, the right situation.
That's basket #2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Oh, he took a terrific angle right there off the screen, something they work on every day in practice.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Here's Labissiere, tips it. Great positioning on the putback. Koufos has got the lead up to 9 now for the Kings.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Nelson kicks to Clark. They set the screen. Out left to the wing. 5 on the clock. A baseline J. And there's Cousins. That's good on the assist by Clark. 8 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
And when it comes to shooting, Cousins continues to stretch his range. That mid-range jump shot of his is pretty much automatic when the D plays off of him.
Labissiere with the screen for Fox. Over Nelson. Cousins pulls it in. Pelicans trail by 7. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Screen by Cousins. Nelson kicks to Clark. No good on the triple.
Wow, he's really been dragging him down tonight.
Pass to Fox. Labissiere, the screen. Bogdanovich dishes to Fox. And Labissiere gets it to go. Labissiere's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, and these close shots are the one Labissiere makes consistently, almost unblockable, given his height and length.
Nelson, the pass to Allen. Screen by Cousins. Allen drives in. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Allen's got 4 this quarter. Kings leading now by 7. Fox kicks to Labissiere. Inside. Koufos dishes to Fox. Labissiere up top. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Labissiere, the screen. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And the New Orleans Pelicans last season with one of the worst offensive rebounding percentages in history.
Yeah, I mean, it improved somewhat with DeMarcus Cousins coming in. But I think really it's the team's philosophy, though. They value getting back in transition more than they value a chance to attack that offensive glass.
That free throw missing. Sacramento making some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Koufos. Randolph comes in for Labissiere. And George Hills subbed in for Fox. New Orleans also making some changes. Miller's checked in for Diallo. E'Twaun Moore comes in for Ian Clark. And it's Holiday in for Jameer Nelson. Good on the second free throw.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Cousins against Cauley-Stein. Here's the screen. Off the screen, and Allen slams it in.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Oh, yeah, incredible teamwork there. A play you perfect only by practicing it until you're blue in the face.
From deep, Moore. Sacramento grabs the miss. Temple's got his third rebound on the night. The dish to Hill. Kicks it to Randolph. Cauley-Stein a screen. The three from Hill. Knocks down the three ball. Hill's got the lead up to 9 now for Sacramento.
And you can't lose track of Hill, a money shooter on the spot.
And Holiday kicks to Allen. Cousins with a screen for Allen. And now Sacramento on the break. Here's Temple. Tries again. And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Sacramento shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And he knocks down the first one. So often there are some players who have one unstoppable move or something that they'll lean on if their team needs a basket. What did you feel your go-to move was when you were playing?
You know, I've said this many times. I just felt like my go-to move was just get a bucket. And so it depended on where I was on the floor. You know, I love the jump hook from the left block looking in, my 15-foot jumper, 17-foot jumper. I felt that if I came off a pick and roll and I caught the ball live, I could drive or I could shoot the jumper that if you were a big fella, you were at my mercy. And so, you know, those were really my spots on the floor to really try to do damage. So, you know, it's just about the point guard, the team that you're playing with, where shooters are on the floor in case you get double teamed, and just kind of knowing your game. And so I felt comfortable on many spots on the floor, and depending on what spot on the floor, time and possession, that's where I was going to go and just try to be successful.
I always felt you read well. You reacted well after your read.
Yeah, because, you know, I grew up on teams where coaches, you know, would want me to do the correct play, and just because you can shoot a jump hook, your favorite shot over 2 people, but if you have a wide open, great knockdown shooter in the corner, you're supposed to make that pass. And so that's what I mean about, you know, what's your favorite move. It really depends on where I was, because a lot of times it was to get my shot first, and then if I knew the defense was coming, it was to identify where that next guy was going to be. So if I didn't score, I was going to get the ball to the guy that was, and it was an easy way to kind of control the pace and the play from the game from that post position.
Well, considering the Kings, Chris, and how they have fared in the draft, it is clear to see why they just haven't been able to find and field a top team in so long. They've struggled drafting.
Yeah, and they're just hoping that trend is reversed with this latest group, Fox, Jackson, Giles. They're a solid trio. Still, before this class, the only first-round pick of the Kings who was still with the team was Cauley-Stein.
The drive by Allen, and again, no good by New Orleans.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Jackson kicks to Cauley-Stein. Randolph, a screen on Miller. Off the screen. And Zach Randolph, the bucket on the assist by Hield. Hield's got 3 assists tonight.
Off the hard screen, Randolph rolling to the bucket with bad intentions.
Cousins with a screen on Hill. And Holiday kicks to Cousins. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Holiday against Hill. Miller with the double team. There's Jackson with the three. He goes up again. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He's getting better looks at the basket in the second quarter after failing to get it going in the first.
For Sacramento, they have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
They call it old school. That's what it is when you watch Zach Randolph play the game of basketball. He's got such great skill and touch around the basket. We call it the old man game, and I tell you what, he gets it done every night.
They need this. And Miller with the lay-in. Miller's got his second bucket. Kings leading now by 14. Hill kicks to Randolph. And stolen by Miller. Allen against Jackson. And Holiday has it in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Good on the 13-footer. You know, as you've said, Greg, all the time, Zach Randolph can roll out of bed and get you 20.
I mean, he's just a natural scorer. He can post up, he can face up, and he just stays with it. An excellent offensive rebounder. This guy just has that nuance to his game that's made him so effective.
Holiday against Hill. And Holiday kicks to Allen. Dishes it to Cousins. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, when you watch DeMarcus Cousins play, you can see the beating he takes in the post, can't you?
Yeah, and that's just how it goes with star centers, with the size and activity of Cousins. Just like Shaq in the sense, big bruising centers are hard to officiate. Other players can lay into them and not even make a dent, but anyone else,
gentlemen,
it would be a foul.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Dante Cunningham's checked in for Allen. That one misses. Kings leading now by 11. The kick out to Hill. Trains the three-pointer. Hill's got 6 in the quarter.
He's now hit 2 this quarter, and the D needs to really put the clamps on him moving forward.
Holiday, the pass to Miller. Back to Holiday. From deep three-point range, the shot that time not on target. Hill with some nice D.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
And he knocks down the first one.
And guys, I love George Hill's game. He's a smart defender who can score the ball, pass. He's a winner.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Well, perhaps the biggest thing is that Coach Yager is providing the Kings stability in the coaching position. First time a coach has been here for multiple years since 2012. Consistency is a key in helping this team get back on track.
Stolen by Randolph. Jackson dishes to Heel. They set the pick. Randolph a screen. The drive by Hill, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And with Yager coming to the Kings, part of why they wanted him is because he had success and a track record before becoming available, something this team knows they needed.
It's very hard for a franchise to find success when they're always having coaching changes. Players have to learn a new system each year. There's no fluidity, and it adds hurdles to the team's development.
First one falls for him. Vince Carter, who's checked in for Jackson. Both free throws good from Hill. Pelicans trail by 17. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Holiday with it. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Now the feed to Cunningham. Kick out to Moore. But they'll get another chance. Miller with a wide open look. They grab their own miss. The basket counts and one. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Fighting through fouls and converting. You got to love the aggressiveness of Cousins.
The Pelicans have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
One shot.
Kings leading now by 14. Now here is Hill. 14 points for him. Coley Stein a screen. And here is Hield. He kicks it to Randolph. Just 5 on the clock. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Randolph's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, if you thought the D was going to tighten up on him here in the second quarter, think again.
Holiday against Hill. Pulls up on the wing. That's short off the rim.
I'm sure he'd say to himself, no excuse for missing that shot, even when it's such a clean look.
There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game. Looks for Randolph, gets it to him. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Well, he was off in the first, but he found a way to get his shot going here in the second.
Here's Holiday. 1:29 left in the second quarter. Moore outside. Here's Cousins. And he can't bank that one in. Sacramento leading by 18. Right side, Randolph. 1:04 left to play here in the half. That's not going to drop for him. 5 of 9 with that miss. Moore with it. Out guarded by Hield. Moore outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one is on Hield.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Two shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Sacramento making some changes. Kufis checked in for Cauley Stein. Labissiere comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Fox in for Hill. New Orleans also making some changes. Ian Clark comes in for Miller. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Drew Holiday. Second free throw, no good. Sacramento leading by 17. There's 39 seconds left in the first half. They set the pick. Here's Carter. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, Carter, just a freak of nature. One of the best dunkers the game has ever seen. A top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
And that one falls for Carter. And the Pelicans making a change here. Diallo's checked in. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Nelson kicks to Cunningham. Off target with his 3. Kings leading now by 18. Now Fox. No good with the layup. Nelson. That one, no good. George Hill. He's been the guy making things happen for the Sacramento Kings. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. Here with Coach Yeager. Coach, how do you keep control of this game going forward?
Well, we can keep them out of the paint. You can't play like you're up 4 touchdowns. Try to guard the basketball. They put their heads down. You can't be unaggressive. You got to be aggressive.
Coach, we'll see if you can keep up that defensive intensity. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. George Hill taking care of business in this one. He had 14 points and 1 assist. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this lead will continue to grow.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at George Hill, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Sacramento. Inside, it's Zebo and Cauley Stein. Fox and Hield are the young guard tandem. And it's Jackson in at the small forward position. Randolph can't hit. Pelicans trail by 18. Holiday, the pass to Miller. Moore outside. Here's Diallo. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Diallo's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Pelicans. Holiday against Hill. Hield with it. Pass to Hill. Cauley Stein with the screen for Hill. And Cauley Stein with the basket on the assist by Hill. And that's now 6 points for Willie Cauley Stein. And Holiday kicks to Diallo. Elbow shot. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Diallo's got his second bucket of the game to go. Sacramento leading by 16. 90 seconds now into the second half. Jackson dishes to Randolph. Over Cunningham. That doesn't go either for Randolph. Well, for New Orleans, shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Moore with it, now guarded by Hield. Holiday gets the bucket.
Yet another easy make. They're really cooking now after making their third straight shot to begin this half.
Hill kicks to Randolph. Hield sets the pick for Randolph. Randolph, a screen on Holiday. Goes up to the stripe, and the basket by Hill. Hill's got 16 points.
Now how about George Hill attacking the D and converting inside?
And Holiday kicks to Moore. There's the screen. Here's Cunningham. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. No good from Moore.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Randolph a screen. Hill kicks to Randolph. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Kept alive. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
The strength and the outstanding hands of Randolph, enabling him to hoop through the harm.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And he was 73% from the line a season ago, an average number in that regard.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for New Orleans.
One shot, gentlemen.
And what a tremendous career for Zach Randolph. He hit some bumps early on, but he's played with tremendous consistency throughout his time in the league.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
It's Miller on the wing. Holiday against Hill. Cousins with a screen for Holiday. It's hauled in by the Kings. Cauley Stein's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Great hustle from Cousins there. He never stops working on that offensive glass.
Hill kicks to Hield. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Left side Jackson, clock at 6. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And Randolph bullies defenders. You try to match his physicality, he ends up getting the whistle.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for the Kings. Tony Allen's checked in for New Orleans. Both good from the line that time. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Now here is Holiday. He's got 7. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Jackson kicks to Cauley-Stein. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Tony Allen.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Justin Jackson. 2 shots.
Two shots.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. Pelicans trailed by 19. Moore outside. Over Bogdanovich. Hits the front of the rim and out. Sacramento's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them.
And one of the side effects of the Cousins trade was it did open up more playing time for Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, immediately he was able to step in and fill those minutes and became a much larger part of their offense. That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Holiday. Lays it up off the glass. Holiday's got 5 points now this quarter. Kings leading now by 17. Randolph, a screen on Holiday. Hill kicks to Randolph. Bogdanovich wide open. Buries it from three-point range. Bogdanovich has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Hill against Holiday. Miller sets a screen for Holiday. He feeds it to Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Hill passes to Randolph. It's back to Hill. Randolph sets a screen for Hill. It's Cunningham with the rebound. Cunningham's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Moore with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. They set the pick. Here's the floater. There's Miller with the 3. Offensive rebound.
Oh, man, you can't get much better look from three-point range than that one. That just wasn't in rhythm.
Cauley-Stein against Miller. Here's Hill. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Hill's got 18 points.
Well, he's been the safety valve for them on every possession. So dependable.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. Well, we'll see what they run coming out of this.
Making a switch here. Temple's checked in. New Orleans also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Allen. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Moore. For 3, Nelson. Shot clock reset for New Orleans. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
It's very difficult for the D to cleanly contest Cousins. Just a hulking presence who bullies his way into shooting fouls.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
DeMarcus Cousins, 2 shots.
Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. Kufis checked in for Cauley Stein. And New Orleans also making a change. Clark's checked in. Both free throws good from Cousins. Sacramento leading by 18. Here's Temple. 9 points in the game so far. Randolph dishes to Temple. Randolph kicks to Kufis. Over Miller. Kufis the pass to Hill. 4 on the shot clock. Temple a tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Temple's got 11 points.
Oh, great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Well, he created a little separation from that mid-range. Just a good shot for him in that situation.
Kings have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. And Hill has it in the corner. Pass to Kufis. He dishes it to Bogdanovich. Over Cunningham. Bogdanovich, no luck. Pelicans trail by 20. Nelson kicks to Miller. New Orleans moving the ball around. Back to Clark. Lets the 3 fly. Randolph grabs the board. Randolph's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Temple. 11 points in the game. Feeds it to Kufis. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, easy call.
It's his first trip to the line.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. Sacramento making some changes. Scal Labissière's checked in for Randolph. Carter comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Fox in for George Hill. That one misses. Pelicans trail by 21. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. And he lays that one in. Fox has got 6 points.
And you have to have respect for his speed in transition. Fox is a high-octane player who explodes in the open floor.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Nelson against Fox. Nelson dishes to Clark. takes the 13-footer, and he connects with the jumper. 6 points for him.
Fantastic rhythm on that mid-range jump shot. You can't give him space from there.
This year, kicks to Carter. And the rejection by Cousins.
And the defense of Cousins making his presence known with the quick leaping ability which he uses to block shots.
Nelson against Fox, and stolen by Koufos. And here is Fox. He has 6. The pass to Koufos. There's the pick. Here's Fox. Knocks down the 10-footer. Fox has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Screen by Cousins. Clark kicks to Nelson. From outside the arc, Pelicans keep it alive.
They are really crashing the offensive glass, and it's paying off for them.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
But guys, the defense knows he has this ability, correct? Yet no one thinks to put a body on him? Incredible.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Here's Cousins. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Cousins has got 20.
It's his shooting that's kept them out of an even deeper hole.
And Temple kicks to Koufos. Here's Temple. 11 points in the game. Second chance shot. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Man, this is what happens when you get discouraged. Sometimes it just affects every part of your game.
Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Sacramento. And the Pelicans also making a change. Diallo, he's checked in for Miller.
One shot, gentlemen.
The free throw drops for Koufos. Here's Nelson. 1:16 left in the third quarter. Cousins with a screen for Nelson. Passes to Cousins. Clark for 3. And it's Fox with the rebound.
His struggles this quarter continue. The D's done a good job on it.
Good on the shot. Fox has got 12 in the game.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Nelson kicks to Cousins. There's the dish to Clark. Good, and it's Cousins picking up the assist. Clark's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Look, that matches his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 in the first, now he's got 1 in the second.
Fox passes to Carter. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. 6 to shoot. Labissiere with the screen for Fox. Over Nelson. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Pelicans shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Pass to Diallo. Here's Clark. Kicks to Cousins. An easy 2 points on the layup. Cousins has got 10 points here in the second half. And so it's Sacramento with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Let's take a listen now to Alvin Gentry.
Guys, we got to be more solid, okay? We got to be more solid defensively. Now we got to dig in, we got to guard, okay? And then we got to execute our offense.
A lot of things on that list, trying to refocus his troops. Moments ago, Coach Alvin Gentry.
Yeah, the energy's all right, but the execution definitely could be better with and without the basketball.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. You've got Diallo, Ian Clark out there with Nelson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Cunningham in at the 3 slot.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Fox dishes to Kufis. Now here's Hield. He's guarded closely. Sacramento moving it around. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Fox. And it's blocked over Nelson. And Fox gets it to go. And the Kings lead by 21.
He's been blazing hot to begin this half after looking utterly lost during the first. Nice turnaround.
Screen by Cousins. Nelson kicks to Cunningham. The basket good off the assist from Nelson.
No doubt that was a defensive mistake. You got to have a guy on him at all times.
Kings leading now by 18. Fox passes to Hield. Dishes it to Carter. Cauley-Stein a screen. Shoots from 12. Buries the jump shot. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Nelson kicks to Diallo. Fox with the steal. Nelson with the steal. Cousins dishes to Nelson. Over in the corner, Cousins. And a miss there on the triple.
He hit a 3 in the first half. Now he's searching for his first outside shot in the second half.
Now Fox. The feed to Hield. He kicks it to Kufis. 3 on the clock. Over Cousins. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Puts up a 3. Cousins missing again. Kings leading now by 20. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Oh, just a brick wall of a screen. Knocks the defender out of the play.
Nelson kicks to Cousins, and it's Clark in the corner. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
There's a good screen. Fox passes to Carter. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Shooting for Sacramento, Vince Carter. Taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
That's good from Carter. Some changes for Sacramento. Jackson comes in for Kufis, and it's Hill in for Fox. The Pelicans also changing it up. Miller's checked in for Diallo. Etuan Moore comes in for Ian Clark. And it's Holiday in for Jameer Nelson. That misses, so he splits the free throws. New Orleans has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Cunningham kicks to Cousins to the left side wing. Screen by Cousins. Here's Moore. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The first one falls, and the Kings making a change here. Randolph is checked in. Second free throw, no good. Kings leading now by 22. Hill kicks to Jackson. Here's Randolph. Yes! And the foul. Cousins. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Omer Ashe. He's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw drops for Zach Randolph. And so it's New Orleans with it. And Holiday kicks to Moore. Holiday with it. Now guarded by Hield. And Holiday, here we go. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw good from Drew Holiday. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Sacramento. Mason checks in for George Hill. And then for New Orleans, Jones checked in for Ashe. Allen comes in for Cunningham. And Cook subbed in for Moore. Both free throws good from Holiday. Sacramento leading by 23. Mason kicks to Cauley Stein. Cauley Stein a screen. Back to Bogdanovich. Over Cook. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Holiday dishes to Cook. Miller the pass to Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Oh, he took a terrific angle right there off the screen, something they work on every day in practice.
Picked by Randolph. Mason with it. He feeds it to Randolph. Excellent D there from Holiday.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Allen, just an incredible defender. Has a grit and grind mentality and uses his speed and strong hands to just annoy offensive players.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Hill, he's checked in for Mason. New Orleans also making some changes. Cunningham comes in for Jones. And it's E'Twaun Moore checking in for Cook. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Well, Willie Cauley-Stein out of Kentucky, a player who many thought would eventually become a big-time center in the league, was taken 6th overall in 2015. That surprised some people, but he has had a hard time finding his place in this NBA.
Well, for Cauley-Stein, some of it has been opportunity, but also just consistency. You know, he's shown some flashes of greatness for moments, but he rarely puts together a stretch of those big games.
Holiday against Hill, and Holiday kicks to Allen. He dishes it to Cunningham. Miller with a screen on Jackson. Here's Allen, and Allen with the slam.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Outside, Bogdanovich. Pass to Randolph. Outside for Jackson. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And here's Hill for 3. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
After nailing 3 threes in the first half, he can't seem to dial it in the second so far.
Sacramento making some changes. Kufis checked in for Cauley-Stein. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Bogdanovich. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Diallo's checked in. Moore outside. Feeds it to Holiday. And again, no good by New Orleans. Sacramento leading by 20. Jackson kicks to Randolph. They set the pick. Back to Jackson. Here's Kufis. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. To the middle, and stolen by Kufis. Here's Temple. There's the pass to Hill. Randolph a screen. Hill kicks to Randolph. And slam dunk by Randolph.
Randolph putting together some buckets, scoring on whoever the D throws at him.
The Pelicans have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Jackson against Holiday. Passes to Cunningham. Back to Holiday. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by the Kings. Kufis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Temple. Now, here's Kufis. Back to Temple. Now the dish to Kufis. Comes up empty down low.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
Oh, look, he's got to find better looks, so he's never going to pull out that funk he's in tonight.
Jackson kicks to Temple. Stolen away. Here is Cunningham. Moore outside. Out to Miller. Fires the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
That's too much space to give him out there on the perimeter. They got to close out on him.
Kings leading now by 19 points. Temple the pass to Kufis. It's Hill on the wing. Jackson from long range. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And that was the correct play to make. George Hill, a very discerning playmaker.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Without question, Zach Randolph displaying his skills today.
But they better talk about him because he's really attacked them down inside. They haven't been able to stop him.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Zach Randolph.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play, and this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. Fields checked in for Sacramento. New Orleans has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And Holiday kicks to Miller. There's a screen. Back to Holiday. Miller with a screen on Hill. 6 to shoot. Here's Moore. Diallo tipped back in for 2.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
It's back to Hill. Randolph sets a screen for Hill. Down low, tries it from 9. And Zach Randolph, the bucket on the assist by Hill. Hill's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Oh, that's just a plus play. Randolph in the catch and shoot, pretty confident when he squares up.
Holiday dishes to Miller. Stolen by Jackson. We've got 1:55 left in the game. Hield kicks to Randolph. Pass to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Randolph. Shot from 12. Pelicans with the rebound. Diallo's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Cunningham passes to Miller. Here's Moore. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Kings.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
A very solid win indeed, and when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Zach Randolph.
Even when the entire defense was focused on stopping him, they couldn't slow him down. I mean, a terrific offensive player.
Here's Moore. Out to Miller. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Kings.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
Miller with a screen on Hill. Here's Holiday. Out to Miller, out to the wing. Moore outside. Over in the corner, Cunningham. Back to Moore, and Buddy Hield is going to pick up a foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Twelve seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Nelson. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Zach Randolph. Zebo, what was the biggest difference tonight?
We just came out, we was more physical this game, but we came out with being aggressive, and that's what we had to do. We got stops and being aggressive, and everybody contributed tonight. It was a team win.
Well, physical is who you guys are, Zach. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.